Have you ever looked out your window and caught a bird doing something deeply unsettling? Not flying, not singing, not hunting for food, just standing perfectly still. Its eyes fixed on something invisible, its body frozen as if time itself has stopped. Seconds pass, then a minute, maybe longer. No movement, no sound, just a silent stare. At first, it feels almost eerie. What could possibly hold a wild animal so completely motionless? Did it spot a predator? Is it planning an attack? Is it sick? Or is it seeing something we can't? For centuries, people have wondered about these strange moments. Birdwatchers have reported robins staring into empty grass, crows standing statue-like on rooftops, herons frozen beside ponds for astonishing lengths of time, even tiny sparrows suddenly stopping in the middle of a busy day and becoming perfectly still. The behavior feels mysterious because birds are normally creatures of constant motion. They hop, flutter, peck, scan, preen, fly. Their lives appear endlessly busy. So when all movement suddenly stops, it captures our attention immediately. But modern science has revealed that behind this strange behavior lies an extraordinary story. A story involving hidden predators, microscopic sounds, powerful brains, ancient survival instincts, and sensory abilities that humans can barely imagine. And once you understand what is happening, you may never look at a staring bird the same way again. Because that frozen bird might actually be doing one of the most sophisticated things in the natural world. To understand why birds freeze, we first need to understand a simple truth. In nature, movement can be dangerous. Every movement creates information, every twitch of a feather, every shift of a foot, every flap of a wing. These movements send signals into the environment, signals that predators can detect. Scientists studying predator-prey relationships have repeatedly found that motion is often easier to detect than shape, color, or detail. A hawk soaring high overhead may miss a perfectly camouflaged animal. But the instant that animal moves, detection becomes far more likely. This is why so many species evolved an astonishing defense. When danger appears, stop moving completely. Many birds possess powerful neural circuits that allow them to instantly transition from activity to stillness. The response can happen within fractions of a second. A feeding bird pecking energetically at the ground can become motionless almost instantly after detecting a possible threat. From a survival perspective, it makes perfect sense. If movement reveals your location, removing movement removes information. You become harder to notice, harder to track, harder to catch. But predator avoidance is only part of the story. Sometimes birds freeze not because they are hiding, but because they are listening, really listening. Humans often underestimate bird hearing. We think of birds primarily as visual creatures. And it's true that many birds possess extraordinary vision. Some raptors can detect prey from remarkable distances. Many species perceive colors beyond normal human perception. Yet, hearing plays a crucial role in survival. When a bird becomes motionless, it eliminates self-generated noise. No rustling feathers, no hopping, no wing movement. The environment becomes clearer. Suddenly, faint sounds emerge, tiny movements beneath leaves, a distant wing beat, the scrape of claws, the rustle of grass. Researchers studying animal sensory systems have found that reducing movement can significantly improve the detection of subtle environmental signals. By becoming still, birds effectively increase the quality of information reaching their brains. Imagine trying to hear a whisper while running. Now imagine hearing that same whisper while standing perfectly still in silence. The difference is enormous. For many birds, freezing creates a sensory advantage. The world becomes sharper, more detailed, and more informative, and that information can mean the difference between life and death. Perhaps nowhere is this more dramatic than among hummingbirds. Consider the heron, standing beside a pond, motionless, silent, seemingly inactive. To a casual observer, it appears almost bored. But beneath that still exterior, extraordinary calculations are taking place. The bird is monitoring water movement, light reflections, fish behavior, distance, timing, refraction. Every second, visual information floods into its nervous system. The heron's stillness is not inactivity, it is concentration. Scientists studying predator behavior often describe successful hunters as masters of patience. Many predators wait far longer than they actively pursue prey. Because movement can alert potential victims, remaining motionless allows the hunter to blend into the environment. The prey relaxes, its vigilance decreases, and then, in a fraction of a second, the strike happens. The frozen bird was never inactive. It was preparing. This principle extends far beyond herons, kingfishers, owls, egrets, falcons. Countless species use strategic stillness as part of hunting behavior. Yet one of the most fascinating explanations for staring behavior comes from bird vision itself. Birds do not see the world exactly as humans do. Far from it. Many species possess visual systems among the most sophisticated on Earth. Some birds process visual information at extremely high speeds. Scientists measure this using something called flicker fusion frequency. In simple terms, it reflects how quickly visual information can be processed. Many birds outperform humans significantly in this area. Their brains receive and analyze visual changes with remarkable efficiency. This allows detection of tiny movements that we might completely miss: an insect shifting beneath a leaf, a mouse twitching in grass, a distant predator adjusting position. Things invisible to us can be obvious to them. So when a bird appears to be staring at nothing, it may actually be watching something very real, something our senses simply cannot detect. The empty patch of grass isn't empty. The silent branch isn't silent. The still air isn't still. The bird sees details hidden from us. And suddenly, its mysterious behavior becomes easier to understand. But the story becomes even more incredible. Because freezing is not always about what birds detect. Sometimes it's about what birds are thinking. For decades, scientists underestimated bird intelligence. Bird brains were often assumed to be relatively simple compared to mammals. Modern research has overturned that assumption dramatically. Studies have revealed advanced problem-solving abilities in numerous species. Tool use, memory, planning, learning, social intelligence, complex communication. Some birds perform cognitive tasks once believed possible only in primates, especially members of the crow family. When a crow freezes and stares, remarkable mental processing may be occurring. Researchers have demonstrated that crows can remember human faces, recognize threats, learn from experience, and alter future behavior accordingly. In other words, a staring crow may not simply be observing, it may be evaluating, analyzing, making decisions. The stillness you see on the outside can conceal intense neural activity within. The bird is gathering information, comparing it to memory, assessing risk, predicting outcomes, choosing a response, like a human pausing to think before making an important decision. And sometimes the decision is surprisingly complex. Should I flee, stay, approach, hide, call others, wait? Every option carries consequences. Every choice affects survival. Stillness provides time, and time provides information. Nature rewards good decisions. Another reason birds freeze involves uncertainty. In many situations, information is incomplete. The bird hears a sound, detects movement, not enough to identify the source, but enough to trigger caution. This creates a fascinating dilemma. Escaping immediately uses valuable energy. Ignoring danger may prove fatal. So evolution produced a compromise: pause, observe, collect more data. The bird becomes motionless while its sensory systems investigate. Is the sound wind? A squirrel? A cat? A hawk? The answer determines what happens next. Scientists studying animal behavior often refer to these moments as risk assessment. The animal balances competing costs and benefits, gathering information before committing to action. Again, what appears mysterious from the outside is actually highly adaptive behavior. The bird is solving a problem. And sometimes that problem is extraordinarily difficult, especially in environments shaped by humans. Modern birds face challenges unknown to their ancestors: cars, windows, machinery, artificial lights, urban noise, domestic animals, crowded landscapes filled with unfamiliar stimuli. In these settings, stopping and observing becomes even more valuable. Birds continuously interpret a rapidly changing world, and sometimes the safest response is simply to pause and watch. There is another layer to this story that many people never consider. Birds are constantly monitoring other birds. A frozen stare may not be directed at prey or predators at all. It may be directed at another bird. Social information is enormously important in avian communities. Who found food? Who detected danger? Who controls territory? Who is a potential mate? Who can be trusted? Birds gather this information through observation, and observation often requires stillness. Researchers have documented complex social learning across numerous bird species. Individuals watch others and modify their own behavior accordingly. Knowledge spreads, strategies spread, warnings spread. One bird notices, another learns. Entire groups benefit. The silent stare becomes part of a hidden network of information exchange occurring all around us. Most humans never notice it, yet it shapes daily survival for countless birds. Then there are the moments that seem almost supernatural. A bird suddenly freezes, stares into the distance, and moments later, a predator appears. Stories like this have fascinated people for generations. How did the bird know? The answer usually lies not in supernatural abilities, but in extraordinary sensory awareness. Birds often detect environmental cues before humans do. Tiny movements, distant sounds, changes in behavior among other animals, subtle visual signals. What feels like prediction may simply be superior detection. The bird noticed evidence long before we did. Its reaction began while we remained unaware. By the time we recognized the threat, the bird has already been analyzing it for seconds or even minutes. Nature can appear magical when sensory worlds overlap imperfectly. The bird experiences information that remains hidden from us, and that difference creates mystery. Perhaps the most beautiful realization is that these frozen moments reveal something profound about life in the wild. Every second matters, every sound matters, every shadow matters. Survival depends on information, the ability to gather it, interpret it, and act upon it correctly. Stillness becomes a tool, a strategy, a weapon, a shield, a way of understanding the world. The bird, standing motionless in your backyard, is not wasting time. It is engaged in one of nature's oldest and most important activities, paying attention completely, utterly, without distraction, listening, watching, evaluating, preparing. And maybe there is something worth learning from that. Because humans often associate action with productivity, movement with purpose, noise with importance, yet nature repeatedly demonstrates the power of stillness. Sometimes the smartest move is not to move. Sometimes the best way to understand the world is to pause and observe. The bird already knows this. It has known it for millions of years, so the next time you see a robin standing perfectly still in the grass, a crow staring from a fence post, or a heron frozen beside the water's edge, remember that you are not witnessing inactivity. You are witnessing a masterclass in attention, a creature gathering information with senses refined by evolution, solving problems, avoiding danger, finding opportunities, reading a hidden world that most humans never notice. And for a brief moment, if you stop and watch carefully enough, you might begin to see that world too. Because sometimes the most fascinating thing a bird can do is absolutely nothing at all.